people on stream can hear us. Get rid of that. Stream start. Get that Sue up there. Yeah, we love Sue. Alright, so the Candyverse are the Kizuna and the Candyverse of Chaos. I just want to say also, you will have complete creative control over how your stories are used in it. So it's not like I'm just like taking it, doing whatever. The way I want to do it is I'm gonna put out a mass announcement once I update Scarf and Bow to its epilogue, which probably won't be till next week. Um, but I want to reach out and to get as many writers as we can involved. Which I don't know how many people that's gonna be, because if you interact with me, you get in trouble. It really sucks that the community is run this way. It really does. I don't think that's okay. That it's not about the. I just think that's not acceptable behavior. It's really weird. Uh, but whatever. It's their community. They can run however they want. But it would be nice because there's a lot of really good writers. These fics that have been coming out have been really good, and I would love to like be able to explore fun things with those stories. Anyway, so the idea is that every single thing about BCB is a part of the quote unquote Candyverse. That's like the multiverse for Bittersweet Candy Bowl.
Yeah.
And everything, and there's other multiverses, but this is the BCB one. The closer your story is to canon, all right. So think of it like a spiral galaxy, and in the center of the spiral galaxy, you have, or maybe like a solar system, you have the canon story. It's the canon comic the way it is right now. Every time there's like a fan thing or like a BCI, it's like a different arm on the galaxy, and depending on how close it is to canon, will show how close it is to the center. So like the BCIs, since they're made by Tashi, are going to be closer to the center than like fan fictions. But so like a story like Scarf and Bow, which is basically a parallel universe where Mike hangs up the phone on Sandy instead of talking to her. That's going to be closer than something like 1 Second to Midnight, where everybody dies in a nuclear apocalypse. So that sort of thing. So your story, January, since that is a direct alternate universe, like you're taking a point in the story and you're creating an alternate timeline, that's going to be closer than something like False Idol is, which is kind of a spinoff of January.
It's the continuation of that timeline.
Yeah. So that's the idea. And what's happening is that, and if have you been reading the fics I've been putting out? Because it's best to.
No, I don't read.
Oh, you don't read? No read? I got you.
I'm blind. But yeah.
Well, essentially what I've been doing is like dropping little bits of the different stories into the different stories. So for example, in 1 Second to Midnight, the idea that I had in my head was, if you knew you had 30 minutes to live. Hey, Francisco Fuentes, how's it going?
Hello.
If you knew you had 30 minutes to live because a nuclear bomb was coming and there was no way to get away from it, who would you spend your last 30 minutes with, and what would you do? What would you talk about with that person? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, Paulo runs and he spends his last, minutes with Jasmine, and they have a nice little back and forth, and both of them are alone because Jasmine's parents are off at a church thing. Like they didn't, like no one saw the bomb coming, so they were off. She was by herself and Paulo's there, and they have a cute little conversation, and Paulo's like, if I could have, I know you're going to be like, but I was like, Paul was like, if I could have married anybody, it would have been you. And she's like, "Well, it's not too late to ask." And so Paulo asks her if they want to get married, and it's a really bittersweet story. But anyway, the point is that in Scarf and Bow Part Two, Jasmine goes up to Paulo. She's like, "Hey, I had this weird dream last night that like there was like a nuclear bomb coming, and like you came over to my house and like you asked me to marry you, and it was this whole thing." But so the stories are starting to like collide. Like why are these different things from the other stories showing up in other stories? And it's more overt with Cream Colored Joy, which I updated with an epilogue on July 4th, where there's this huge flash of green light in the sky during the fireworks display. And for some reason, Paulo is like freaking out because he was supposed to meet up with Sue and he's hanging out with Daisy. Well, obviously, the Paulo from Not So Different is now in the Cream Colored Joy universe, and the Paulo from Cream Colored Joy is now in the Not So Different universe, or something like that. I
Mm.
it's all kind of wishy-washy, timey-wimey bullshit.
Yeah.
So Kazuna in the Candyverse of Chaos is going to explore why this is happening, and Kazuna is going to be recruited by someone, and I won't say who, to go and try to fix things and put things where they belong, and to try to prevent the apocalypse of the Candyverse. And I don't want to
That
get into
sounds like a
spoilers.
McCain rule.
Say what?
That sounds like a McCain rule.
What? Oh, no, it's not going to be McCain.
Oh.
Well, the reason it's Kazuna is for a specific reason. Originally, it was going to be David,
Mm.
the one that was it was going to be called David in the Candyverse of Chaos. But then I was like, I want this story to also be kind of a meta commentary on fan characters and like taking stuff out of stories. The idea of what happens.
Would work.
How would these characters feel if they found out that they were completely taken out of the story and they no longer, like, their friends and everyone they knew, they didn't know they exist anymore? What would that be like? And how do the people that make the original stuff, how do they interact with the community? It's a whole thing. I don't want to go into spoilers, but it's gonna be so much fun. The more stories we can get involved in this, the longer and bigger it'll be. It's a fun concept, and I cannot wait to dive into it because it is just gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a huge celebration of the comic and the community, and all this stuff is coming together. And
This community.
yeah, hopefully I can get people on board for this. I know people are a little skittish. I'll make it very clear that everyone that messages me, it'll all be confidential and nobody will know. Nobody will know until the chapter of their story comes out. I'm not just gonna take people's ideas. I know that you said I'm good with that. Chrono said I could use whatever his stories, but a lot of his, I don't want to keep putting Paulo because there's so many Paulo fics out there, dude. Holy shit! And it's just like I don't
He's the
I
last of the good boys.
yeah. And Chrono does a lot of Paulo fics, so I'm like, I gotta find one that isn't Paulo. I would like to use the fic where Rachel and Mike are in a relationship in college. That would be a cute one to put in there. But there's not a lot of Daisy fics. Like, I noticed that. I think I'm the only person that's really written a Mike or a Daisy X Paulo fic or a Daisy X anyone fic.
Hey, look, I gave Daisy a lot of loving.
No, but I just mean like that's the focus is that one character.
Yeah.
No one cares about Daisy, but I'm writing a video actually. I started writing one today. That's gonna be a Daisy deep dive to give the Ragamuffin some love.
That does remind me though of like one spooky story that or idea that I had where so it starts off where like Lucy is like talking with Sue and it shows like there's an Easter egg in January where if you look in Lucy's locker in like the first few pages, she has a jacket in her locker, and it's actually Liam's, but he doesn't exist. Well,
Oh,
and so like the and so Sue's like, "Hey, where'd you get that? Whose jacket is that? Where'd you get that?" And Lisa's like, "Oh, that I don't know. I don't even I don't even know how I got this. I don't know if it's even mine. What the hell? I don't know. This is weird." And she like shrugs it off, and Susan's like, "Oh, that's weird." And she starts thinking about it. She also starts like noticing like some certain people are gone. She's like, "Hey, whatever happened to Kazuna?" And they were like, "I don't know. She just stopped coming to school or something. Maybe she moved away or something." I'm
it's
like, "Why are you here?" She's like, "I don't. Isn't it weird that they're missing?" But hey, where's Tess and everyone like that? And so she starts like digging into it, like deep diving, or she does talk to Tess. And Tess is like you need to stop thinking. You need to drop this. Like, is don't worry about it. All right, they're just we're gone. It's okay. I can live like however I want. And maybe you're just overthinking it. I think you're just being crazy. And then it also pokes fun or like references like missing chapters. Like, wasn't there that guy, like Mike? You had a stalker, and David, didn't you stalk the flower girl? Who was that anyway? And it's like, wait, no, I swear this is the thing. And as she goes on, like she ends up like unraveling the whole mystery and breaks through the meta. Or McCain tells her like, look, you are not going to like what you're going to find. And she ends up learning that, yes, actually, they're all in a story, and everything that happens is contrived. That's why characters have gone missing, King Susan. And if you don't shut your fucking trap, you'll also end up missing too. And no one's going to notice. It's just like everyone else. And so she just ends up living her life, terrified at the thought of being written out.
damn! It sounds like you were creating your own candyverse of
That was
chaos.
like a while ago. Didn't happen. The idea,
Well, maybe we can take some of those ideas and repurpose them. I don't know.
maybe, if you want. There was a little bit of crossover. So, like with, if you've heard about it, the BZB, the fucking wannabe Bittersweet Candy Bowl X Left for Dead fic that I made like years ago. The first thing I made for BCB. Like, so what's funny is you've read False Idol, right?
Yeah.
So the character of Will Chutney in False Idol was actually in the BZB. It was in a spinoff where it focused on specifically Sandy's character, and it was done intentionally because in that story, the character of Will Chutney was kind of like this guide that tried to. I was like, I'm gonna help save this cat. We were just supposed to like come in and uh, like set up shit for the story so that these characters will go through this plot or whatever, and we can get this stupid shit done faster. But he ends up like he ends up like being like a guardian to her and stuff and taking care of her, and then hijinks ensue. And so I was like, hey, you know what? It'd be fun to. I need a character to fucking play this detective role, and you know what? It would be fitting for it to be Will Chutney. Plus he's a pirate, man.
Yarg.
Kind of.
All right. Well, we're gonna hop right into it. Uh, call waiting is the chapter. Do you have the chapter?
Yes, I do. Right here. And I will load up the stream right now. Here we go. Dance, dance, dance.
Like how
What?
Paul has a fucking turkey leg.
He just has a little drumstick. It's fine. What the hell are you doing? Grades aren't e- Grades aren't out yet.
Oh, it's not that. Take a look at this.
Huh, quicker than I thought. You can't be serious. Oh, it looks like mine.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this phone is my very late birthday present. Technically my early Christmas present too. I wanted it that bad.
Why were you so desperate?
Why else? Ooh, that'd be a good 3D image. We text each other all the time now.
Oh, let me see.
Sue. Oh my god.
Wow.
Their fucking text. I miss
Oh.
2008 so bad. You're so cute, ILU. No, you are. Oh my god. Damn, I want to go back.
Real
Hey,
intimate.
announcing. Sorry.
Real intimate conversations, Mike.
Eee. Wait a minute. You have an iPhone too?
Give me your number, which is weird because the iPhone didn't fucking come out yet.
In 2007?
Yeah.
It came out in 2007.
No, the iTouch did. It wasn't a phone until like 2010 or 2009.
What? No, they
I think.
announced the iPhone in 2007.
That was different. Yeah.
If it and it definitely is the iPhone, but like that means it would have just come out. Like they got it like day one. That's how recent it would have been, which means their parents are so fucking loaded to buy the original iPhone day one.
They already are. I mean, yeah, they're all the kids are fucking rich. Like right on the border of upper middle. Yeah, they're upper middle class. So yeah, I mean Lucy's dad is a race car driver. Anyway, this is my early Christmas present. Mommy stashed it away in the secret cupboard.
Uh, does she know you have it?
Oh yes, she said I'm her special little sleuth.
What? Do you ever get punished for this stuff?
Why would I?
What are you doing here?
I needed to get away.
Ha! You.
Yes, I would rather hang out with a villain than be with my friends right now. Don't rub it in.
Oh, she left because Santa. Oh no. Poor
Blah blah
Lucy. I
blah.
feel so sad. Okay.
Besides, I'm not Daisy. I can take care of myself.
She didn't need to stop me.
No wonder you have no friends.
I didn't mean it that way.
What? So what's your deal?
What?
Daddy didn't hug you enough? Someone special died in your arms?
Oh wow. Yeah, she's right on the money actually. Almost.
I'm
I have no interest in sharing any of that with you.
okay then. Daisy, tell me, is it always the helpless, impressionable types?
She's not helpless. I like her because she's amazing. She's smart, independent, gorgeous. She just doesn't know it. She could be anything she wants to be, but it's her own lack of confidence that holds her back. If she grew past it, she could be the most incredible girl in the world.
I can see that.
If you have to know, I like girls who aren't pathetic and worthless, which is why I'd never date a bitch like you.
Hmm.
Fucking wrecked. You can see the moment when her heart shatters.
You should totally sell it.
What? No.
Come on, sell the phone. Spend it all on Blasto. I win the prize. You go live with Sandy. You go live with Sandy. Perfect.
But if you don't find the prize, I'll be back to square one, waiting for calls with no texts.
We will get this, man. If we don't, there's always next year.
I won't be helping you next year.
You say that. Hello. Ah, hey Jazz. Still want to hang out tonight? Well,
Who's saying
oh,
jest?
I guess that it. I thought that was Mike, but
Oh, jest.
just
God, she's so pathetic.
Wah, wah, wah.
Damn, Lonnie, be looking like a snack. Hi, you're gay. Cock.jpg. Ah! Don't send me weird stuff from the internet. You're repulsive.
But I wash myself every day. Holy shit, you really saw it?
I deleted it. And I'm blocking you, okay? Oh my
But I'm
god.
right here.
Look how small Mike is. He's a little man. Are you sending me another?
Maybe.
Ugh, I'll do it now. Where is it? Oh. Damn, Lonnie's looking at child porn. She's going to jail. Actually, no, it's if David's 16, then probably not. It's still inappropriate.
So rehearsals this up.
Oh, go ahead.
So rehearsals this afternoon, right? Bite me. Come on, Lucy. Let me see you in action. I got the lines, okay? Suit yourself. Hey, what you talking about?
Oh, I hate this. I hate this chapter, man. But the last track, it's amazing.
Hmm?
You should really try him out.
Well, I guess I could see if I could download an album.
Yeah, start with the second.
That wasn't very nice of you.
She just doesn't learn.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he has a little daisy in his book.
Oh.
You're a real brat. You know that?
Shut up.
Dang.
Uh,
Dang, why does Mike have to do this, man? Why is he acting like this now? Like, why is he being mean to her? Is it because of all the stuff Sandy was saying to him? But like, we never see that. But I don't know.
yeah.
Was that always the plan, or was that like Tashi was like, oh, this would be a cool way to fit this in here, and then in December she's
Maybe.
like, oh, I'm gonna kind of retroactively like explain why this is happening.
Either case, two very woefully short chapters. So, how's the missus? It's been a month now. Pretty sweet. When we're together, things are great. Bad we're almost never actually together. We do catch glimpses of each other between classes, which is nice, but I guess all we really have is after school. Then she's got all these clubs and softball and school council. She's got nothing today. Go get her.
Bring.
Jasmine, what are you gonna do? What do you want to do today? Well, Cassidy and Mina were gonna take me to the mall. I guess you could come? No, that would be weird. I know, right? Talk to you tomorrow.
Damn, what the fuck? Jasmine, no.
That's really distracting. I just want to see her.
Bring.
Jasmine. There's a special after school assembly for freshmen. Wanna come? Uh, ain't a freshman. Oh, hey. Oh, they redraw that? Let me see. Just because, so you saw the lesbian Lucy comic, right?
One that you did?
No, the one that B did. I not
B?
well, I kind of helped brainstorm. Yeah, the one where it's Lucy in elementary, or well, Daisy and Lucy in elementary, except that they end up being friends with each other instead of Lucy clinging on to Mike and Daisy also clinging on to Mike.
Yeah.
So in either case, I'm set. Let me see because yeah. So wait for that. There's an Easter egg in that where and specifically where Sandy kind of blows off. Or oh wait, no, I think it was more of a reference to Volume One, but I think they may have. But I think they reused it here too in the original. But yeah, that pose that there's a reference to it with with this panel here. It's a great pose. Great. This is a bad knockoff version of that shrug.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me open this up so
It'll
stream can see.
activate your almonds.
Wait, what?
No,
It'll activate my
get you
almonds.
thinking, get the
Oh.
noggin jogging. All
So this
those.
was made before this one.
No, no. There's. If you're talking about that panel,
The Sandy
oh
one
no,
was made before Carry Me.
yeah, of course. Or are you talking about the? Are you talking about the fan comic?
Yeah.
No, this was made after, way
Oh.
after.
I don't know. They be struggling though.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the Volume One reference then, because I also looked at the regular page and it doesn't look different. But it's
Uh,
but I know that's an Easter egg. In either case, you mad? Just want to be with her, man. Her hair smells like peaches. Does it taste like him too?
I like how they Tashi reincorporates Paulo uh banging his tail whenever he gets frustrated.
I never noticed. I didn't think.
Specifically over girls. Sorry.
Uh, I didn't think a girlfriend could be so frustrating. I have friends like Lucy and. Yeah, I hate. I just want to let the record show I hate that abbreviation of calling Lucy loose because that is a that literally sounds like he's just calling her loose, which is no, not good. I disagree with that. I have friends like Lucy and Daisy who I see like every day. Figures I end up with the girl I never see.
Is he implying that he wants to end up with Daisy?
No.
He could do that now. He could literally do that right now. Daisy would like be a yes. Anyway,
She's not in our year. Neither's Tess. Apples and oranges, Paolo. Apples and peaches. Look, if she doesn't hang out with me tomorrow, I'm just gonna end it. I mean, no hard feelings. Maybe we're just better off as friends. Can't see how Jazz can't find time for me, but Daisy finds time for Abby. Maybe he's just better than you at the sex.
whoa.
Well,
Next morning,
hey, Lucy, over here. Lucy, you okay? Whoa, you're burning. Oh shit, Sherlock. Just a little sick. A little? Why aren't you at home? Lucy, I'm thinking. Guess I snuck out trying to not to let my mom. You're coming with me. Don't touch me. You're spoken for.
there's a lot of good
Um,
facial expressions in this one as well. This is another really good chapter.
yes. It was really nice. I really liked it when, there were good expressions. Mm. Don't touch me! You're taken. Why do you want to go to school? They need me for rehearsal? Then why don't you just come to school after 3? I don't know. Anyways, see you in class. Free. Beep, beep, beep,
Beep beep
beep.
beep beep beep.
Oh my god, shut the hell up. Yeah, you see me care? Guess what? I don't. Hug a little louder. Can't hear you. I should go to the doctor. Sorry for saving a life, asshole. Better take that green light, idiot. Sure showed that guy, huh? Hospital, please. Keep the change.
Another
No.
callback to Helping Hands when Paulo does the same thing for a bird and yells at the driver.
Except that this came before that.
What?
Yeah, that was a bonus chapter.
Oh, well. Cool.
Anyway. Okay. So nobody else me jump on. It's fine. We'll make a stop. I snatch Lucy, build her a house. Simple.
And they drive and drive and drive.
Okay, hasn't stopped. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Wham. Yes.
He's looking at the kid like, yes.
Oh.
I love that image. It's my favorite.
Lucy. Oh. Yeah, maybe the guy.
Oh, right. You gonna pay?
What? Wait, no,
Then get out, punk kids.
Lucy! Paolo? Yes, yes. Come on, let's get out of.
Oh, projectile vomits. Never board this bus again.
Nice one. That guy's out of there fast. Happy I helped. Now let me just figure out how to get us home, okay? After I wash this off. Where are we? My stomach hurts.
Wait, that's not what she said in the original.
Just you. Too busy to cross. Oh, I see a light over there. Come on. I'll have a bathroom, okay? Babe, come on.
Derp derp. That's the guy's license plate.
Uh-oh. Don't play that game, you idiot.
No, that's Lucy.
Or, no, because he's thinking.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Why would he think to himself, don't play that game while he's playing the game?
Don't play that game, you idiot. I'm doing pretty damn good. Come on. Yes! Oh yeah! Perfect run. Wow, give it a piggyback. Right. I'm sorry. Tripping turtle. I miss him.
So how did someone, dude? I fucking love the original dialogue for this so much more. The implication, which is probably why they removed it, but for those of you who don't know, and this was actually a somewhat recent change within the last few months. But originally, Lucy has to pee. He does the thing where he crosses the street. She pees on him. He goes into the shower and thinks to himself, "That wasn't very hot." And I was like, whoa. But then they removed it. Now it's vomit. Anyway.
How did so much come out of her? It'd be pretty cool to spend a day at the beach if it wasn't November and if there was less puke. It's not like Lucy let me near the water anyway.
Oh, wait. Alright, so just to go back to the iPhone thing, the original iPhone was released in June 2007. So it literally did just come out when they got it. Because if it's November. Anyway.
Lucy, Come on, let's go. I'm sorry. Let's just get as far from here as possible. That's not your towel. Gotta dry off somehow. And I don't want any accidental slip ups.
Whoa.
Who cares? I've seen it before.
Holy shit. Damn.
Close
Wait.
it, Canon Lucy.
Wait. All right, I'm trying to figure this out. So, is this to imply that night when she came to his house and she was crying over Mike, like they didn't go all the way though.
Yeah. It
So,
didn't even get close.
did she end up seeing it at that time anyway?
I don't know.
Or all right, and my other question to
Who
you
knows?
is so I one of the BCIs which people have told me used to be canon is basically Paulo daydreaming about a scenario where he did go all the way with Lucy and they had a pregnancy scare, but it was just a daydream. Was that actually canon at some point? Like it wasn't a daydream, it was actually what happened?
No. That 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 was on the official site. I remember that. I do remember reading that chapter, but I think that may have been just a regular BCI that they posted to kind of keep up for to fill in for the hiatus or something like that,
So
as it sometimes happens.
it wasn't so that moment never happened. Like it was just a daydream always?
I thought it was just an alternate route, but it may have been a date. No, I don't know if it was a daydream, but I do remember reading that bit. I don't remember it too vividly. I try not to.
Right. I thought it was a cute chapter. I was like, or a cute BCI. I was like, you know what? Paulo really genuinely cares about Lucy a whole lot.
I don't think I don't think they got her or she got pregnant. I
No,
think there was
she
a
didn't.
scare, but yeah.
But he stuck by her because she thought she might be pregnant. He decided to not be a bastard. Anyway, whatever the case is, this canonically means that Lucy has seen Paulo's Beppis before Mike. So, uh,
So, can't get you to a dock. Well, I'll take you straight home. Okay. As long as I make it to rehearsal. Not in that state. Not my mom. Flump. Could have given it back to that guy. Hmm. Oh, hey, which way to Roseville from here?
you were thinking of walking?
No money, no way to call dad, stuck with Lucy. I own up, babe. Don't patronize me. Wow, they'll just dump anything in the bushes, don't they?
This
Hey,
is so cute. I fucking love this.
carting around a
Whenever
lesbian.
Paulo and Lucy are together, they're having so much fun, and I just, all right. We'll put a pin in Tashi's comment on why she fell out of love with this ship. Because I do have the statement that she made about it, and I want to talk about it. I might end up making a video about it, but I do want to bring it up. Anyway, let's continue this.
We shouldn't have We shouldn't have rode it down that hill. Oh well, I can still carry you if you control yourself. So, Lucy, hmm? If you're so concerned about the play, now rehearse a little with me. It's embarrassing. You're fine. I'll be doing it this afternoon anyway. Why are you scared? I'll have anything that comes out of you. Well, mostly anything.
Music note. What's she singing?
I don't.
Shoddy like a melody in my head. I don't think that song was out in 2007. That's like a 2010 song. She's singing, "Come on, motherfuckers, come on."
Woo, oh, Johnny Ray. It was said upon the radio.
Oh
I knew their
yeah.
hearts in mono.
That's such a
Our
good song.
mothers used
I love that
to
song.
sing along. Who'd blame them? Boop-a-doo-doo. Why are you crying? I'm sorry. It's pathetic of me. Oh, I just, you know, really think you do that for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go make Jasmine so sad. Why? This is so messed up. I just want to be with someone I really like. Hello?
Oh no. Blah 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 blah.
Where were you? Jasmine? Shouldn't you be in class? School's finished. What? How long we've been gone? Wow. Should I ask? Oh,
Look at her.
craziest freaking day, Jazz. I gotta tell you about it. Hold up. Why are you waiting for me? Don't you have violin lessons or something? Oh, well, I was actually waiting to tell you. I finally got my dad to cancel them. No more violin lessons. I always hated the violin, like, seriously. I mean, I didn't expect Treasury to be so super demanding. He'll fear her Abby. So, thanks, Paolo. Huh? You helped me realize how little time I've left for fun. I didn't have any wiggle room to do what I wanted to do, like hang out with you. It gave me the courage to talk to my dad. I'm sorry for not seeing you much lately. I know it sucked. But you stuck it through. I really don't deserve a guy like you.
Oh, how can you say Jasmine doesn't have any character?
Yeah. Is she alright? She's been sick the whole day, don't worry. Afternoon? Uh, Whoa, hey! Pal, there you are! Oh, did you terminate it yet? Terminate what? No, Lucy's sickness is not terminated, David. But if you don't mind, can you take her to Sue? Oh, agents are go! And we're off! Don't worry, Lucy baby, I'll get you to Ricky's show. Uh, so, free day. Yep, and I'm treating you. Aw, Chazzy. Why? She's ahead anyways. She knows the lines. She can afford to skip a day.
Eh.
Special delivery for AC Wiener. Ah, crud.
A
Out.
nice, nice Futurama reference. Base Tashi and Suitcase Futurama fans? Lucy? Hold on.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, is there any means at this moment? You mean
She sounds really
everything.
broken. Lucy, here.
Huh?
You must have caught that bug going round to stay home tomorrow. It's really contagious. You know how crazy my mom is with keeping me healthy. She gave these to me just in case. Seems like you need them more than I do. Mike! Oh, sorry.
Why would you say that?
I don't know why I said that.
You actually talked to me. You really. I'm so scared you hated me, Mike. So scared, Mike. Now you're talking to me. Thank you. Thank you. Kind of a clunky transition at the end of scene 2. Excuse me?
Wait.
Oh, 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 oh.
He's like, it's really contagious, and Lucy's like, let me hug you. Now everybody's gonna get sick. Why didn't they just like tell her to go home instead of being there to get everyone sick? Oh well.
I didn't know.
Ah well.
Can't believe he actually fit. You have like the tiniest butt.
Damn,
Hey,
Apollo not thick.
you got that Hank Hill ass.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is a great day. Yeah. There'll be lots more like it. I promise. Treasury, softball, environmental club. 3 things, that's all. Let me stop you from Don't let me stop you from doing what you want. You're not stopping me. If you gotta know, my favorite extracurricular activity is you. Oh, that was so fucking corny.
That that is my favorite line in this entire comic.
It's cute.
It is. I If a girl told me that, I would just fucking fall to pieces. It's such a good line. Tashi is so good at this. She's so good at writing these cute lines. She's very good at writing cute stuff. Anyway, dinner time.
Tick, tick, tick.
Damn,
Kids.
Lucy's mom though. Uh Hey, I'm happy to hear that, the gamer. The last chapter is gonna come out tomorrow for Scarf and Bow Part 2, and then there's an epilogue, and then a writer's commentary, and then 3 deleted slash alternate scenes, and then it'll be done.
Hell yeah.
Is he? Oh, he's not smoking. I thought he was. He had
He's
a
eating a
doobie.
lollipop.
I thought he had a doobie in his mouth.
Jordan, it's time for
Thunk. Oh, her face though. I really like the faces in this one too. Oh god! Oh my god, Mom! I'm so.
Pop. You'll spoil your appetite. Lucy.
Can you lock this out again?
Lucy. Mm, it's open. What? I've made dinner for all of us. Okay. Lucy, is there something wrong? Nothing. I'm fine. Thanks.
Hey, what took you so long? I set the whole table by myself because I'm the favorite.
You want a medal for that? Now, Jordan, I really appreciate the thought, but you know I can't pick favorites. You, Lucy, and Sammy are my 3 shining stars.
I'm a shinier star.
You're a suck up. Coming on strong tonight, Jord. But trying to get curfew extended this Friday? The answer is no.
Mom, you don't even know why. Man, you never gave Sam any limits.
Ha! Sam didn't need any. Why make up rules for someone without a social life? That's why he got into Ivy Shear, and you're heading to some community college out wherever.
Wow, you're a bitch.
Language? Eh,
Man, I
there's
miss
nothing wrong with
Sam.
community college. I don't.
Heh. That's cause he was a total cockblock whenever you dragged boys around.
Language! You wonder why she swears so much.
Sorry. You think Sal that Sam's gone, that poor kid of yours would be coming over a lot more often.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Boy, he hated Mike.
He hated everyone, Jordan. Whenever he picked you up from elementary school, out came the death glare. Or, wait, or was that you? I don't know.
That was probably her. Sis,
Okay.
come on.
Oh, man.
Death glare. IU beam. Phew. Was kinda doing him a favor, to be honest.
Hey, Lucy, don't be scared of inviting Michael over, okay?
I don't really see them hanging out at school anymore.
Is that why you've been so upset? Oh. Jordan's trying to go all the way with some 10th grader at a party on Friday. Oh, now I know you're not going out Friday.
Damn. Aw, come on. We weren't gonna do anything.
You say that.
Man, you let Lucy sleep at a guy's house. That's not fair.
What are you talking about?
That stupid Somali.
He was very courteous. He was the first to suggest I come pick you up, but I was all so late and you were already sleeping.
Oh, what a great cover story. He could have tied her up, kidnapped her forever. Tiff won't be doing any of that this Friday, believe me.
God, you're still with her?
What's wrong with Tiff?
She's not a character for one. What's wrong with Paolo?
Why are you talking? Wait, why are you talking about Paolo? Dude, he's a man whore. He slept with two of your friends, right?
You're dating this boy? I'm not dating anyone. Did he do something to you? No. Remember, honey, you should always say no. Tell that to the girls my sleazy brother chases. I don't need to. I don't need to because he won't be going anywhere on weekends until he's 30.
Mom!
And given what I've just learned, that goes for you too, Lucy. My goodness, girls were the last thing on Sammy's mind when he was this age. The difference is Sam wasn't normal. He reproduces asexually.
He feeds on the energy of his own hatred.
Like a big old bitchy sunflower. That is a bad mouth. Don't be so horrible to your older brother. He focused on his studies and took good care of you two. You could learn a few things from Sammy. Mom, I can get on the honor roll without sacrificing an actual social life for it.
Social life, more like spending every spare moment with Mikey.
Slap. That's Daisy's line. Don't use that word. Lucy, don't hit your brother. Besides, there's nothing wrong with having a boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend. And just a minute ago, you were getting mad at me for saying Paolo. That's different. Michael seems like a very nice boy who respects you. Paolo, I'm not so sure. Don't believe everything Jordan says.
Is Mike even any better? You think guys like him don't fool around too?
So what if he does? So what if he does?
Whoa.
I've seen how patient he is with you. You give him such little credit. I saw you two horsing around after school once. You tripped and fell. He was so concerned. And only a moment before you were at his throat.
Ah,
I
damn
know
it. I gotta add all this to the fucking video for the pre-Simple Pleasures timeline.
Ah, yes.
Uh,
Especially given that this is a bonus chapter, so it wasn't even canon until
until now it's
later.
canon.
I know you two fight sometimes, but he's always been there for you. You shouldn't take someone like that for granted, Lucy. Clunk.
We're in
I'm
this.
getting more soda. I'm getting some more soda. I could have gotten it for you. I can do it myself. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
65. Dinner time. Sam, Death, Glare. Lucy, Trips. Okay. Oh, look at Mike. Yeah. I don't know. Getting more soda. Clunk, clunk. Yeesh. I don't know how he comes up with all that mushy baby talk.
Oh, hello, Blair.
Baby talk? Yeah. It's, because, you know, he's a baby.
Talk. I've lost my appetite.
I'll just be going now.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't know. She's probably on her period or something. Maybe they had a fight. Like I said, I never see them together anymore.
I know I had some boy troubles when I was her age, but this really is getting worse.
And she never does anything about it. Wait,
No,
what
she
panel's the best
did. No,
panel?
apparently her solution was move her to another fucking
Yeah,
PlayStation.
no therapy.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, she'll get over it. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Knock knock. Lucy, Dad's on TV tonight. Do you want to watch with me? Okay, I'll go now. There's
I'm
always space out for you on the couch downstairs. Okay.
I'm 1,000,000% gonna make a "Do you want to build a snowman" meme out of this page. And after an exhilarating photo finish, we're through the qualifiers. Up next with an interview with the man who. So, you know that party Lucy mentioned?
Nah, the answer is no.
Dang.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Poor Jordan won't be able to go to a party and get cucked. Sucks. What's up?
Hold on, I have to do stuff. I'll be back.
Okay, well, while he does that, 15.ai, I gotta add another sentence to this. Every time the pre-simple pleasures timeline's getting bigger and bigger.
Find out while all of this is going down. Abby is dealing clings to him and won't play with anyone else. It's also about this. Mike and Lucy are split up for kindergarten, and Lucy spends the year alone since. And Mike ended up pulling all her.
Where should this go?
She eventually hedges. Sandy leaves Mike at the end. Janet and Kevin. Also sometime during elementary school, Mike and Lucy talk about marriage. His Mike says it's legally required for 18-year-olds to get married. And Lucy asks Mike if he would marry her at some point in 5th grade.
Okay. Probably gonna go here. Download that.
Alright, sorry about that.
All right, welcome back. All right, bring, and Augustus gets pushed, and also Jessica's there, and he gives him the stare.
What the fuck did I just come back to?
Oh, that's Weenie Hut. I thought that was Amaziel.
Also during elementary school,
Yo, no way! It's the legend. It's Rob and Lieutenant Amazil.
Yes,
All in one.
the dynamic duo. Who am I getting texted by?
Why not make it a threesome?
Whoa.
What? Since since he's gone, I'm pretty much the person that has to make all the sex jokes.
Oh my gosh. Weenie, the reason we got You of all people.
I'm just kidding with you, Rob. I gotta do some math homework, so while you guys do that, I'm gonna stay low for a while. I'm still gonna be here. I'm just gonna work on my homework because I'm a 16-year-old still in high school.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you just keep going what you were doing.
Dinner time. Na, 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 na. Samuel. Boy, Lucy sure does beat the shit out of Mike often. Okay. I got some crumble cookies. How's...
You say
Yes, I do say.
I want a cookie.
Well, I mean, you'd have to come to my house, and I'm not doxing myself, so...
Well, maybe me and you could have like a Chris Hansen situation. Why don't
Ooh, man. Wow. Oh, I don't know about that. I definitely don't know about that.
Wait, after you finish the whole, after you managed to do the every single stream went up to this point, are you gonna make a new video called Readstream moments?
Probably not.
It would be fun though. Like if you took moments out of each Readstream video and made it into one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's, I don't know, Baus.
Don't call me.
It's Baus.
Call me. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that.
Call you what, huh? You gonna type it to me so I don't get in trouble for whatever you're about to say?
Never mind. It's just part of my vulgar humor.
You guys ever read a webcomic about cats in the 1920s? You ever read that?
Also, during elementary school, Sam would come get Lucy and get my death.
I read Better Days.
Yeah, there's a lot of butt shots in that comic.
It's like the only detailed part of the comic is like the butt shots.
Who's the guy that writes that? Jay Naylor scientifically trying to figure out the best way to put as many butt shots in the comic as possible.
Death glares. There is also an incident where Lucy's mom comes to get her from school and sees Mike and Lucy horsing around, and Lucy trips and Mike goes to help her. At some point,
knows that.
All right, the video is now fixed again, and I can re-render it.
Also, is Amazon talking or is he like staying real quiet?
No, oh man. We need with the stable internet mic connection possible. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? Next, Capdale. Okay, here's the deal. My banning on Twitch from the Twitch chat, it expires, or I can send an appeal in October, and I'm going to do that. I'm gonna put a nice appeal, and I'm gonna be like, please, booty, please, and ask them if I can please be unbanned, because being banned is unfun. Being banned is not good. All right, I'm gonna sally forth doing these readings. Aw, how disappointing. Aw, how disappointing. I thought you'd at least have a band sticker, a skateboarding poster, or something in there. What? You assume all guys with piercings are punks? Yes. Click. So, you've stooped as low as this to find your next shoulder to cry on. Hey, I'm only here because I've got nowhere else to go. What about home? Isn't this the one that Suitcase wrote? Yeah! This is a Suitcase chapter, boys. And girls. How to buy clothes. There's literally a book called How to Buy Clothes in the background.
Rob, no, you can't read a Suitcase chapter, mate. Suitcase is gonna get mad.
Oh my gosh. Base Suitcase chapter indeed. Family trouble? No, it's just I wanted to go somewhere different, that's all. I mean, before going home later, of course. Come on. Come on. Everyone else I know just packs up, heads home, and does their homework or whatever. You do other stuff, right? What?
Why do you sound like James from Pokemon?
I don't know. I take a different bus for a start. Well, that's something. What are you even thinking? I live nearly an hour away. I'm game for an exciting trip to Nowheresville. Shoves, angry look, shoulder grab. Look, why don't you just go find whichever boyfriend of the week it is and see if he'll take you to dinner? Hey! Just let me come. I can always find my own way back. You're holding up the bus. Sorry, she's trying to get on the wrong bus. What? Wait! Screw it then, asshole! Then she walks away sadly. The end. So, this is my final year. Recycle, obey. Look at her being... Oh, she looks like, Wait, is that Melanie? Is that... There's no shot that's Melanie.
That's Melanie.
There's no shot. I'm looking this up right now. Watch this.
Watching it.
Let's see. Where is it? It's Trapped. I'm pretty sure it's the chapter. Yeah, there we go. Introspection. It is Melanie. Oh, no, it's not. Well, you can't really tell because the piercings are like... But it looks a lot like Melanie. Okay, maybe she's not. I don't know. It would be a cool little detail, but no Control F moment with the... I don't want to do that in case that shuts down my browser. I've made a lot of mistakes, but even after everything, I ended up with good friends. Shake, shake. I hope they can move on, but I don't want them to forget me. What's with the tablecloth? Tablecloths are for fancy restaurants. So now we're fine dining. Is something down there? Yeah, is something down there? Paulo! My hand slipped. Paulo, I'm not in the mood for... I like this is also another good panel. Happy birthday, Tess! It's a search function. Oh, I know. Oh, well, on my keyboard, I can just press F3 and bring that up. You're crying? Did he hurt you? I'm prepared to issue a Dude, I didn't hurt her. You just really surprised me. Why? You knew it was your birthday. Yeah, I'm not used to having friends who would do this much for me. We're not used to friends who'd fly us out for a vacation. Just enjoy it, okay? Happy 18th. Whoa! Tess is Tess is 18 now? Yeah. And how old are you? 15. Dude, sick. Do you want to report her to the police? Man, it's not too much of a difference. It totally is. Find someone your own age. I'm dating Jazz. She's like 10. That's even worse. She's not 10. I just saw her riding a tricycle. I was riding with her on my bike. And oh shit. Everybody come out. It's time to slam now. It's December.
Oh boy, I wanna have a part in this.
You want to have a part in December?
Yes.
Uh I think we said we were gonna hold off on December until next time. Just give me one moment. I gotta check for something.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm finally fucking back.
Oh, I'm glad you're back. We actually made it through the last few chapters, and now we're waiting for
Which one?
December.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Really?
I didn't know when you were coming back. You were gone for a while, and like I said, I had earlier bedtime, so I had to.
That's fine.
We
Fade away doesn't fucking matter. On our own is now completely irrelevant, and yeah.
all right. So I think we can spend the next several minutes doing, because you wanted to wait till next time to do December, and I think it would be better to have not.
Deserves your full attention.
Yeah. So let's. What did we get through? We got to call waiting on the sidelines, carry me, dinner time on our own, and fade away. I think all these were actually.
Again, most of those are like sub 10-page chapters though, and one of those was a bonus chapter.
I think they were all really good though. Honestly, like even if it upsets me to see Mike acting like a total idiot, I kind of he's not handling this in the correct way with Lucy. He is bottling up his emotions and he's letting it fester instead of confronting her about it.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of did confront her about it a little bit. The first time she goes to Paulo crying. No, the second time she goes to Paulo crying.
Oh my god.
Because he's like, oh, I don't want to make up with Lucy because she just makes everything a headache. What's up? All right. Well, we're gonna talk about this chapter. It was kind of a short stream, but that's okay. We're gonna do our review on these chapters then.
Really?
What?
Wait, so you're ending the stream early?
Yeah, we were gonna end it at December. That's what we agreed on last night. I remember I got to go to work early, man. I got to go to bed earlier. I was late to work actually this morning because I was up so late last night. And I know you can blame me for that because I sat up writing that fucking David X Amaya story, but here we are.
How dare you? Bitch.
I was only a little bit late though. I was like 9 minutes late, but I like not being late to work.
Okay, so where are we going? Where are we starting?
Well, we started with call waiting, which was Mike got a new phone. He got an iPhone, which is a fun little nod that this comic takes place in. I want to say call waiting takes place in October. Actually, no. October.
Right.
No, this takes so rehearsal, feline filibuster, pillow talk, all waiting on the sidelines, carry me, and possibly dinner time on our own and fade away all take place in November. Oh, they all take place in November because December takes place in December. Hello, production take 4. I see you.
Okay, so let's rate it. So Amazon, your rating.
Amazil got called away.
Okay, you Rob, what's your rating? And rating and then review.
Call waiting. I don't like to do ratings. Ratings are like, I have a difficult time. Call waiting's just it's okay. He just has a phone now, which is important actually for later on. Um, you see, I honestly don't know why he had another cell phone, didn't he? He had a flip phone before. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think it was just a house phone.
Hold on, I gotta go check this out because I'm almost a million billion percent positive in a new Leaf. He that was a house phone. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having a girlfriend and we talked on the house phone. Damn, it takes you back. Back in my day, house phones. Those were a thing.
Okay, boomer.
Now everyone has one of these. I have two of those actually, but one of them's just for listening to music. I it's a fun little chapter where Lonnie sees what happened to my girlfriend. We just kind of drifted apart. This was back in middle school, I want to say. So, I like how much well, we weren't childhood friends like Mike and Lucy were, so it's kind of different. It was just good. It's just a good chapter. On the sidelines, 3 pages. Interesting to maybe on the sidelines could have been part of a larger chapter, but it's not. It's important though to see it because it shows Mike not talking to Lucy. But that's like the first. I don't know. He's like kind of avoiding her, but not really. On the sidelines is a good one. It makes me sad. It really makes me sad because Mike is also handling this situation in not a great way. He by no means has to like open up to Lucy about any of this. And I'll talk about this more in dinner time, but you really kind of understand where he's coming from. This was back when the characters were really sympathetic and you understood where they were coming from and it made them interesting. Now it's like everyone's stupid as fuck, dude. They're so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Carry Me, one of my favorite chapters. I would say definitely top 10. It's frustrating to me because of how much Paulo really cares about the people that he loves. And I don't feel like there's any good reason why Paulo and Lucy shouldn't have been together outside of, Mike and Lucy have to end up together. Allegedly. We don't really know what's going to happen at this point.
You
Uh
already,
what?
you already do know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
You don't bullshit with me, Rob. You know what's gonna happen.
On
What
this
you wanna fight? You wanna fight?
no, I don't want to go to prison.
Good choice. Good
Yeah,
choice.
carry me. Carry me. It's just a cute chapter. I know it was rewritten and it's whatever. I make jokes. I don't really care. It's just cute. Like it also really like the expressions in that chapter and just seeing the characters take care of each other and genuinely care about each other. makes me happy. That's when the comic is at its strongest. Is when the characters are genuinely caring about each other and supporting each other.
Mm.
Which we see a little bit in the more recent stuff. It's also a little bit more fantastical with Lucy just kind of wandering around town with Paulo, and she gets on a bus and she's like, "To the hospital, please." And it's like, why not go home? Why are you going to the hospital? Oh, because she's like delirious because she's so sick. It's just cute to see Paulo take care of her and then carry her on his back, and then she sings for him and he cries. Her singing is so beautiful, and it's such a personal thing that he actually cries, and he's like, "Wow, I didn't think you'd do that for me."
Mary Sue.
She's not a Mary Sue by no means. I think that term is way overused, and it's lost its meaning. I don't think Lucy is a Mary Sue.
I think she is. Don't bullshit with me.
I disagree. I don't think she's a Mary Sue because of the fact that she didn't just get whatever she wanted.
Yes,
Augustus calls her out. Paulo moves on to another girl. She doesn't get Mike because she was so mean to him. Uh she like loses everything. She's not I
that's definitely. Yeah, yes, I get
Augustus
it.
just kind of gets annoyed with her and tells her to fuck off. You know, she's not. If she was a Mary Sue, Augustus would be like, "Oh yeah, let's hang out. Oh, I love you." But that's not the way it is. People think that Lucy gets a bunch of ass pats, and while the comic could do a better job at painting her abuse, like when Mike gets upset about the abuse, Mike does it in a way that makes him an asshole when that shouldn't have been the way it happened. It should have been a gray area where Mike Mike went way over the top in December. There's no reason he should have gone that hard on her. I think it
So
should have been a mixture of Mike popping off at her and laying it all out and explaining why he's mad at her and doesn't want anything to do with her anymore. And and but like a balance between where it's like Mike has every reason to be upset and he really went a little bit too hard on her. Instead, in December, he goes way too hard on her. He calls her a parasite. He says nobody loves her. That's unreasonable. Mike's character just stretches to unimaginable emotional lengths whenever the story needs him to. Nobody acts like this. Nobody.
I wish I did.
You wish you acted like a Spurglord and screamed at your friends.
I mean, if they literally backstabbed me the way they did to Mike, I probably would have.
Not really.
No, I'm just kidding with you. I wouldn't. I'm not. I'm not really. I'm not an aggressive person like I used to be back then. Cause
Am I in high school or did I graduate? I graduated high school in 2014. I'm 26.
congratulations.
I know I look extremely young. I look like I am like 20 or something or 19, but I'm 26. People are always surprised by that. They think I'm really young. Dinner time. I really like dinner time. This was a really nice chapter. Even though it's a bonus chapter, I'm glad it was added in. Tashi really wrote this one well. It was nice to just have a sit down with the family and just talk. And
But
it's
look,
so good. And it's good because even Lucy's mom kind of spells out, you know, I've seen the way that you've treated Mike. Like people see the way that she treats Mike. And no one really took it super seriously until Mike just popped off. Like the only one that took it seriously was Sandy. So I think that can also give credence to the fact of reason why Mike would get even more upset with Lucy is because like finally somebody is on his side about it. It's hard. It's also kind of difficult to because we're told a lot of this stuff and we do see a lot of Lucy being abrasive to Mike, but it's played off as a joke. He's like he doesn't get upset about it. he doesn't have a moment later where he's thinking about it and he's upset that Lucy treats him that way. He just one day is just like, oh, I'm angry now because Sandy said was upset, and it feels like the agency has been taken out of Mike being angry because it just feels like Sandy manipulated him to feeling that way when Mike should have been thinking this the whole time instead of just suddenly coming to the realization, oh, she shouldn't be treating me like that. Like, obviously she shouldn't. But Dinner Time's just a really cute chapter. I really like the facial expressions. Lucy's mom is a delight. I wish we could see more of her in the story. And then on her own, Suitcase wrote this chapter. He did a good job. I think he wrote a really nice little chapter. Maybe he should write more chapters. I would be interested to see what else he writes. And I do like that we have Augustus calling her out for the way that she just, hops from guy to guy, trying to like get with somebody, and trying to get with everybody. She gets with no one. Just through whatever circumstances.
Let's see.
I thought On Our Own was a nice little chapter. So good job, Suitcase. You did good. I would want to see Suitcase draw a chapter. That's what I would like to see. That would be cool. Fade Away is essentially a really long birthday intermission. And it's just okay. It's just whatever. I mean, we got... It's just whatever. I don't really have much of an opinion on it. And it's just okay. I've said that like a million times. Did you have friends in high school? You seem like you didn't. You seem like a loner in general, yeah.
Wow. You didn't need to do that to my boy Rob like that, bro.
Damn. Did I have a lot of friends in high school? I mean, I had some friends. There wasn't anyone. There's like a few people that I knew in high school that I still talk to. There's like 2. And I'll say this right now. I think you're still in high school. When you graduate, there's probably going to be only like 2 or 3 people you actually keep in contact with over the years. Outside of that, it's not like you stay friends with every single person you were friends with in high school. That's just not going to happen. Even with the internet, even with being able to see people's profiles all the time, I didn't actually talk to a lot of people in school. Am I a loner? I don't know. I don't want to be. I'm trying not to be. It's so easy to just be by yourself because you can't really do anything wrong. But that's also not good. You need to like have social interactions to develop socially so you aren't really awkward and dumb and stupid. But I'm trying to break out of that. But some people are just like introverts, and that's also fine. In my case, I have... Do I have any like friends that I hang out with now? Well, the answer to that is I moved away from where I used to live my whole life, so I'm kind of starting from the bottom. But I did have a friend who just recently moved away that I'll never see again that I used to hang out with. And I'm trying to find some people to hang out with now, and I'm trying to get out there and make some new friends. So I'm working on that. We're always working on that.
Don't worry, Rob. I'll be your friend.
That's good, man. I'm happy to hear that.
It sounds like you're rejecting my friend.
What? No, I'm sorry. It's just I was up at like early o'clock this morning. I'm not rejecting your friendship. It's all good, man. It's all good. The 62 to 67, short, fun little chapters that kind of fill in the space before the next big event, which is December. And you can tell a chapter's a big one when they actually have bookmarks to specific parts of the chapter. And I'll say this about... I actually like this setup. I don't know if it was Suitcase or Tashi's idea to have this like little listing of like big parts of the chapter that people might want to reread, but it's a really good idea. Really, really good idea. I like this. This serious talk. It's interesting going back to reread all this stuff and like really sit down and discuss it because it's also opened my eyes to a lot of different facets of this comic that I didn't think about before. And you really start to pick up on small things that get reincorporated throughout. Like I mentioned in Carry Me, Paulo is like tapping his tail on the ground, which is something he also did in uh, the Acapulco arc. I believe it was in Intermission or Intervention. And he's upset about Tess. So it's a cute little thing that she puts in there. A little character quirk. Paulo just seems like he seems like he'd be a good family man. He'd be a good father.
A good family man.
Yeah, he's a family guy, some might say. Hey, fuck. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Lucy. Remember the time I turned into a pickle? No.
No, please, no.
That reminds me. So this has nothing to do with BCB, but this movie, this anime movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero came out in theaters, and today I was talking to my manager, and he's like, he's an anime fan. He likes Dragon Ball, and I was like, yeah, I know who Dragon Ball is. I know who Freezer is. I know who Pickle Man is.
Piccolo.
Yeah, I know who I know who Bulimia is.
Bulma.
Yeah. He was like, oh, he was so done. He was like, bruh, I can't with you. Yeah, I know who Freezer is. Oh, I love it. I don't have much else to say about,
Your
but
boss seems like a pretty chill person.
yeah, he's cool. He's actually a lord. He's a Scottish lord.
Oh, nice.
And I'm officially his knight, so I'm Sir Rob of Glencoe. So.
Sir Rob of the Great Asses of White.
Whoa.
Anyway.
It's been a great comic so far. Honestly, I think it's going to continue to be really great. I can't wait for Critical Hit. I really like that chapter. It's my favorite Paulo X Sue chapter ever. It's the ultimate proof. And we're about to get into the watercolor stuff too. And the fact that Tashi did watercolor comics for something that would end up being digital, that the amount of effort put into that is just astounding to me. It's so good. I can't imagine how much of a pain in the ass that was. And then
you could see it on her YouTube channel.
yeah, and then volume 6 happens and it's like it switches to this clean style that feels empty. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that great.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the watercolor. Yeah. And we'll
Speaking of
see.
We're getting to my favorite chapter of all time, by the way. And you know how much I love the Acapulco chapters, right?
Yeah.
This is like my second home run.
Let's
You
see.
know what it is?
What?
Happy Hour.
That's a really good one.
I love it. In my opinion, I know this seems lackluster, but I feel like this is where it should have ended.
Happy Hour?
Yeah.
I I think I read somewhere that she was going to end it with Lucy dying, but then she kept going. Wait, what do you mean good?
She does. That bitch deserves to die.
Whoa. I don't think she deserves to die. I made a whole video explaining why Lucy isn't bad. Or she's not as bad.
You made a video that that made Quick Maps like call you out on your bullshit.
What bullshit?
You remember in the server when you posted that video, you got criticized by Quick Maps.
He didn't even watch the video, so I don't. If he didn't watch the video, I don't care what someone who didn't watch it
Yeah,
thinks.
that's my issue is that he's gonna criticize you, but not even like watch what you made first.
Yeah, no, that's why I ended up leaving 4.0 because nobody was watching the stuff I was making, and then they would complain that I made bad stuff, and I was like, okay,
Wait,
bye.
really? You left?
Yeah, I
You
left.
leave?
That was months ago.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they were like, everyone was like, why did you leave? And I was like, bruh. Like everybody came to me in DMs, and I was like, I appreciate it, but I don't plan on going back.
You, what do you mean you left? You're literally still there.
In the 4.0 server? No, that's my old account.
What do you mean that's your old account? That's your new account.
What are you
You're,
talking about? There's
you're,
one called Rob Man with just a black
yes,
circle.
no. I'm talking about the one with Amaya that says that you're online. You never left.
There's two servers. There's the Bittersweet Candy Bowl one. That's
Oh,
the
you're
other.
talking about. Are you talking about the not safe for work server?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the safe for work one.
No.
Yeah. No, dude.
They actually watch my shit in there.
Yeah, here's your mistake: is you posting like stuff in the not safe for work server. They're gonna judge you hard.
Well, I posted it in the BCB section, but they're judging me based on something they didn't even watch. So I don't know. I think I made a good argument defending Lucy. I really liked that video. I liked how it came out. It was actually way shorter. And then I did that intro with the AJR song, and I'm like, wow, this intro hits too hard for me to make a short, shitty video about this. I'm going to go back and rewrite the entire script to make it longer and to really go into this character.
All right. Anyway, keep going. You're on. You finish. I think you're finished. Fade away. Are you on December now? What do you think? What do you think?
About Fade Away?
Yes, and then you get to December. Actually, no, we're saving that one for later.
Yeah.
Fade away. What do you think?
I just thought it was alright. It's not a bad chapter. It's just kind of an elongated birthday chapter. And it didn't need to be that long, but it is, and there we go. So it's good. I think it's good. And you guys can see on the screen here how Tashi does the stuff with the watercolor, and it's so much effort. Like, it unbelievable. And I would love to I wonder if she still has these original prints somewhere. I wonder if you could buy them too. I would love to have some of these original pages. But I'm not allowed to buy things from them anymore, so I guess I can't.
Rob. You know what I would buy, right?
I don't.
You know what I would buy on watercolor, right? You know my favorite ship of all time. You know I would buy that, right?
Augustus and Lucy?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know what your favorite ship is. That's the only one I've seen you comment on.
Oh my god, Rob! I've been going on and on about my favorite ship. You should know what it is.
Is it Paulo and Sue?
No, it's Mike and Amaya.
Amanda. I like that one too.
I hate.
Look, I get it, but it's never gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Kiss my ass.
Oh my gosh, it was really loud. I would have honestly done a Mike X Amaya one. But I already want to do the Mike X Stacy one, and the Mike X Amaya one would essentially start the same way. I might just ship Amaya with someone else. Actually, in Deserve Love 2, which is gonna go up in a few weeks, it's an Amaya X David ship.
That's the worst one.
Look, it has to be that way. One, because I had this idea in my head of Amaya wasn't able to get a date to a prom. It's senior prom in this case, because I don't want to do junior prom again. Because she doesn't talk, and she's not popular, and she's not able to really ask anyone, and everyone just kind of ignores her and doesn't pay attention. And so she's kind of off by herself, and she's alone. She's upset because everyone, she's by herself. And then David notices her and comes over. Actually, I didn't know who it was going to be until I was going to do Kazuna in the Candyverse of Chaos, and I was like, oh, wouldn't this be a thing to do. I want to do something that's not just like one of the main characters shipping. I want to do like kind of side characters just to spice it up. I don't want to go into too much about Kazuna and the Candyverse of Chaos because spoilers, but there it is. I like this video. This is a good Kickstarter video. It's cute. I love Lucy's tsundere expression. I know Katato really wants this figurine, but they're all gone. Anyway, we're just watching BCB videos on Tashi's YouTube channel at this point. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Wait, hold on, man. I still have yet to do my fucking ratings.
Oh, okay. And tell me what you
So
thought.
do we? You still have time for me to like go over them?
Yeah, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so not gonna be like Amazon, no offense, where he goes way into depth. So I'm just gonna try to make this like slow, like like quick as possible. Okay, so call waiting. I'll give it a nice 7. It just the freaky part is this is definitely where you're gonna see Mike's ruthless side, or as you can say, he's the more addicted Mike, the one we know now. This is like the seeds planted, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hurts to read this chapter knowing that this is what destroys my boy slowly. On the sidelines, I have to give it a 5. It's very forgettable. Very forgettable. I'm sorry. It's 3 pages. Carry Me. I thought it was an interesting concept, but it's like Tay really had her chance to nail it with Paulo X Lucy, but she decided just not to go into that direction. What do you think, Rob? Do you think this is where she could have done it?
For Apollo X Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure. And she's made a statement which we did not end up talking about. Uh, but she said that she kind of fell out of love because Paulo and Lucy enabled each other. Like their bad traits. Like Paulo was enabling Lucy's dependency, and Lucy was enabling Paulo's savior complex, which I can kind of see. But Paulo also feels more like he genuinely loves and cares for Lucy. He doesn't have the savior complex with anyone else. So I feel like if I don't know. I think it's reasonable for Lucy to be upset that her friend, since she's known since a kid, doesn't want anything to do with her. So as far as the dependency thing, why would she try to cling or hang out with people that don't want to hang out with her? That's the whole. I feel like if she was super dependent and clingy, she would still be all over Mike. But instead, she like moves on. Oh, Mike is no longer interested. You know, he doesn't. He's being a jerk. I'm gonna hang out with Paulo because Paulo's nice to me. He's cool. Oh,
Not anymore.
yeah. Oh, let me hang out with Augustus because Augustus like talks and hangs out with me. So it's it's like all right. Well, she doesn't. I don't perceive her as super clingy. Like people say she is, but I don't. I just perceive it as she's really close with this person that she's known since she was a very young kid. And has always been there for her to help lick her wounds, even though she's been abrasive to her. Or she's been abrasive to him. And the point I'm trying to make is I honestly, if I could have it my way, I would probably have had Paulo and Lucy get together and Mike and Daisy get together. I feel like those are better matches. Just personality, maybe not personality wise, but like interests wise. Lucy has already been on record saying that she always thought Paulo was cute. Paulo has always been able to swoon her. And Mike and Daisy are both huge nerds, so it's like, you know, let the cats kiss. I think.
Yeah, but like if you're talking about, Mike and Daisy now, definitely, it definitely works. But if you're talking about Mike, no, no, not Mike and Lucy. I meant Mike and Daisy. If you're talking about it, the like now, I definitely agree with you because they work so well, like now. But if you're talking about them back then, Daisy was kind of creepy in a way.
Oh, totally.
She was, yeah, like that ship never worked in the past, but now it's like, you remember Rob, right? When you didn't really like the ship, and all of a sudden, when it finally sort of happened, you kind of like went nuts and actually said that.
Yeah, I remember. Because I recorded the ship questionnaire video like several weeks, like a month, or maybe yeah, it was like a month before that page dropped where they make out in the library, and I was like, maybe it's best the ship doesn't sail. And then like a month later, I'm like, yo, let's do it, Apollo X Mike, our Daisy X Mike, let's go.
Yo, wait, that was sus right there, Apollo X Mike,
Yeah, let's do
bro.
that one too. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyone. Christ.
I will say when I first read it, it was during my big break from BCB because once I was back in school, like in person, Bittersweet Cannibal was way behind my mind. Like I barely even like opened my phone to like look at the pages, and this was not to go too bit into personal shit because it's a raid stream and we're supposed to have fun, but I was going through like an existential crisis. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Existential.
Yeah, and like when I had my like first one, which was during January, I cut myself off from the BCB server because I was literally about to like go on a full rant, which like I stepped down and decided to leave because I wanted to have like a huge like break,
Yeah.
and since this was the BCB server, that means I just decided like since Bittersweet Cannibal was way out of my mind, like I barely paid attention to it anymore. I just like stopped reading it and just like gave up on it, minus like looking at some artwork. And all of a sudden, like later down in the line, let's say 3 months, I think after my break, I looked at some of the art and I'm like, wait, why is there so much Mike and Daisy crap going on? And I decided, I'm gonna like get back into it. I read it and oh my god, I got so hyper, like both mad and pretty like excited, and it was just wow. Just oh though, okay, this is where I'm gonna go on a rant. But when Augustus and Lucy happened, like that could I think what do you think it was a kiss or a near kiss?
I think she might have placed her lips on his for like 2 seconds and then he pushed her away.
Yeah,
I Go ahead.
when that happened, bro, I was in my animations class, and when I read that, I felt like punching the whole computer because I hated that chip so much. And when I saw that happen, I just wanted to like like break something so badly. And literally, I told everybody around me, give me the hardest high five you could ever give me, because I wanted I wanted all that like anger to be put on pain.
You're not gonna like what I'm about to say.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I have considered, and I might do this.
Rob, Rob, if I think what you're thinking,
If what you're thinking is what I think you're thinking, you better not be thinking it. So I was like, what if Augustus didn't push her away? What
ooh, then you
what
then you
if over the time that they spent together, he actually did start to really enjoy being with around her, and they had this weird kind of dynamic, and he accepted it because mainly he promised her family that he wouldn't like put any moves on her while he was there, but he ends up breaking that rule because she finally puts the moves on him and they kind
No.
of they do some things, and I don't know if it's gonna be a one shot or like a full on fic where they try to hide their forbidden love. Um, but I also
Yeah.
have a lot of fics that are kind of like that, but it's always like a one sided thing where so like the Mike X Stacy fic, Stacy's gonna try to hide, you know, that because she doesn't want to be seen as lame with being in love with a nerd. Uh, with the Mike X Paulo fic that I might end up writing, Paulo tries to keep it a secret because he's still really embarrassed about liking a guy. Mike is more okay with it, but these two sound very similar, but it's both for different reasons. One is status, the other one is just because it's a weird taboo for them. So I'm gonna have to come up with something. Also, the Sue X Paulo story, not so different, might also head in that direction, maybe possibly.
I'm
I don't think
excited
they're
for
gonna.
that.
I don't think they're gonna try to hide their thing, but Sue's gonna be a little apprehensive. I still need to plan that story out. I don't know what the deal with that's gonna be. I already have a scene in my mind when they first like start. They first have like a genuine physical affectionate moment, and that's not like a euphemism for sex. That's like they have. It's the first moment where they really come together and they're like close, which was which is a thing. Anyway, I'm gonna write a sex scene eventually. I don't know what story it's going to be, but it will happen. Other people have done it. Okay, I'm not the first. And the other most read BCB fanfic, which is I'm Here, which is a really good story. I highly recommend checking it out. I made a video about it. Has quite a few saucy moments in it, and it's not explicit, but it's like you know what's happening when it happens.
Yes, we know,
You
Rob.
yeah.
We haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
go into. Don't
yeah,
don't spoil it.
yeah.
Don't spoil it.
What?
Go
You're
ahead.
Don't.
still here?
Oh my gosh! Hey,
Oh my.
Amazon.
Amazon.
We were
Yeah.
just reviewing and getting and wrapping up stream.
I
Uh,
thought we were doing that when I left.
yeah, we were still doing that. But
Yeah.
now that you're back,
Still have to finish.
Yes.
you can
Still have to
tell me
finish.
what you thought about call waiting all the way to fade away.
Damn it, dude! I haven't finished.
Oh, okay. You gotta finish, sweetie.
I haven't
I
finished what? Have you not actually read the comic?
no, I mean I haven't finished my like like rating and review
Oh.
on dinner time throughout through Fade Away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's good to have you like here, Amazon, so you could like either agree or disagree with what I have to say.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I already said my point on Carry Me. I'll give it a nice, let's say 7.5 out of 10. Dinner time. Okay. I think I don't know if you would agree with me, Rob. I'm pretty sure Amazon would, but I have to give this one a 7 because I had to like duck down points because of when this damn chapter came about. This
Oh,
happened
yeah.
right before Eternal Flame was about to like be released, and that's
Yeah.
why I disliked this so much because they put this first, and that like got me so like pissed off. Like, yes, it's great to see like family moments, but you place it in the absolutely wrong time.
Yeah.
You you stalled in what could have been like just like skipped straight to Eternal Flame, but no, you just had us wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. It would have been nice if this actually came out like at the time that this was like shown, and if it was actually chapter 65. But no, this was actually the exclusive that was just re-released.
Yeah,
So it's like sucks.
it just
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice. Like it's nice if it was like released
Mhm.
like during the original. like the original runtime of 2011 BCB, but the thing is, it wasn't. And so when this got shoved down our throats, I think Amazon, you remember how everybody was pissed off at this, right? When it first happened.
Yeah, and well, I wasn't really paying too much attention. Although it's weird, why is it saying that chronologically this was posted in September 16th, 2011? Because that's not right.
I think it was supposed to be. It
I
was
th-
like
no, because no, that was didn't one sec. I
It's
know how we
possible
can
they
actually
switched the order of the chapters. It's
or I can
possible.
I actually have a video. If we can go back to the December rant, it will
Well,
tell us the truth.
on the sideline said it was posted December 10th, 2013.
and you can tell
And
this
yet
is
on the archive on the top it says original chapter posted September 16th, 2011.
yeah, and
We're getting mixed messages here.
you can
Someone's
tell
lying
this is
to
like
us.
newer
I don't know. It's
too.
not that big of a deal. It's chapter 65.
Yeah, it's look. I think you can tell this is like one of the newer ones because of the art style. It's starting to change and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, look, I love it on its own when it could have been released at that time, but like when you read it now, knowing like where this when this was posted, like eventually it like still angers me because we had to wait another few months just to get to the what Teshi calls the longest chapter, which was Eternal Flame.
Mm.
Okay, now number on our way. I had to give this a five. It's very actually no. Okay, now I remember. No, I have to give this one. I'll give this one an eight because you get more a hint of what Augustus's life is going to be like outside of Roseville High, which I really did enjoy. Because being honest, Augustus chapters, like the new ones, they're really good, like on their own, like really good. And I don't like how the only issue I have with this is how some people get Lucy X Augustus vibes from this, which I absolutely do not understand. This is like meant to be like more like a you don't have to I want to accompany you because I don't want you to be alone situation in a friend way. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that leads us to Fade Away, which I give an easy 9 because it's like okay, look, so the way I would describe this chapter is like eating it's like eating your dessert before eating the vegetable. It's really sweet like eating the good stuff first, but then when comes the fucking vegetables, aka December, everything's gonna
Uh,
go down hard.
uh,
You
no,
get that
I'd
nice
say I'd say it's like eating the last dessert ever on Earth because it's all right, it's sweet, but this is the last time you're gonna see Tess for a long time. She is not getting any chapters ever.
mm, she's like but
That's the last time.
you see what I did there, right, Amazon? Like you get this, you're eating like the good stuff first, but then you get to the
Yeah.
rotten salad that comes right after that sweet delicious relaxing dessert. You take that one last bite and you're like, oh man, that was good. And then mom comes in like, fat ass, you forgot to eat your salad here. And the salad, it's been like standing there for quite a while now, and it's gonna be bad. And it's smelling, it smells it, and once you take a bite of it, you are a parasite.
Oh yeah. But we will get to December. Don't worry.
It's
Um,
funny. It's funny. So funny. Oh god. I really want to get to December, but I know we have to hold up.
yeah, we want to make sure that that's given its proper attention.
All right, so Amazel, your rating slash review on
So, yes. starting with call waiting. I would I would if it was just the mic stuff, I would be very little. But I would give it like a 0 because nobody cares and it doesn't matter. Like the whole thing about being my getting a new phone. Ooh, awesome.
It's actually
But
important because it sets up him having a phone.
yeah, but he really didn't need that. I don't think that was that essential. Like we could have easily been like, oh yeah, you had a phone. Yeah, well, what else did he got or whatever.
Well,
But anyway, like, um, other than that, I for the Lucy and Augustus stuff, the fact that it does give us more of their chemistry and their relationship and them talking to each other, like that kind of gives it a. I'll push it to a 5 because it's harmless. It's all right.
Oh wait, you're still ranting on about call waiting?
Yeah, call waiting.
Okay, go on.
On the sidelines is a 3-page chapter. It's not even a fucking chapter. It's a 0 out of 10. It's
Really?
nothing. It's fucking nothing.
Come on. Okay, fine. Come on a short like intermission-ish chapter. Give it at least give it like a fair rating in like that type of way.
It's literally just one little interaction. It is. This is
it's
when
important.
okay. So here's the thing, right? It was around this time that I started to get a bit more, where things started to really fucking slow down for the comic, and I'm like, okay, it felt like the biggest waste of time, if only because like, um, there's just little substance. It's once again, it's just like it's essentially just an extension of call waiting, with one little bit of Lucy trying to like talk to Mike, and then he gives her the cold shoulder, and then she leans on Augustus, and that yeah, congratulations, we established that in last chapter.
I
But
think it's
understand,
I think it's still important to keep showing that dynamic happening
yeah,
though.
but it's not immediately after. Like
But
what's the point?
I think you have to also keep in mind, and you were around at this point, like you said, this was about the time Tashi was starting to get burnt out on the comic.
He
She was going
was,
through a
Yeah.
really tough time.
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's like yeah, but again, it just makes it even more apparent with the fact that that's is just a
yeah.
small
Here's the thing.
chapter. Then it's like,
It's weird. It could have been an intermission, sure, but
yeah,
Here's
it was nice.
no.
I
Here's the
thought it
thing.
was fine.
Wait, there's like a picture, right? I seen this picture before on I think 4chan or no Fire Den, where there was a picture of Tay back in 2012 or 11, where she kind of gained a little weight, and I think that's mainly because she was going through like a lot, and I can't really blame her because
no,
this
she
whole
was
thing.
happy. No, I thought she was happy when she was hefty Teshi. I thought that was the thing. It's like that was when she was happy. She got skinny and sad.
Oh, I don't know.
Either
Uh,
way,
I
but
haven't read his diary.
and Carry Me, Oliver says that it's gonna be 28 pages or 35, and it ended up being 27.
uh,
Or maybe it was more, and then the rewrite knocked it down a few pages.
maybe.
Okay, now we're
And
in
either
Carry Me. Carry
yeah,
Me.
carry me. I'll be honest. When it came out, I completely disregarded it because I'm like, I'm like, look, I don't really. This is just a Palo X Daisy X Lucy fucking thing, and I don't really care. It is. Yeah, I do appreciate the stuff with Jasmine. I think that it was a good way of setting that, of really showcasing the problems in the relationship, and once again kind of having that, bringing that to the forefront, and showing that, hey, Jasmine is like, she is trying in this relationship, kind of giving more to it, and I might have, and I might buy it, I might be okay with that. All in all, I guess all in all, I give it an 8 out of 10. Like, it's good. It's sweet. I do like this stuff with Paolo, and it does show his with his caring side, and the fact that it does try to flesh out his and Jasmine's relationship. again, kind of too little, too late. But also like it's so, and this is a problem, and not just this chapter, but a few of the others. And we'll go as we go on. It feels like there's just a lot. It's like trying to. It's pulling me at different in different directions, right? It's like since ever since fucking a distance apart, like that's when like oh shoot, Lucy got her heart broke, and she's like going through this during this downturn. But then again, at the same time, instead of focusing on that or like going through more of that, we're also being interrupted with with this new relationship of Paolo and Jasmine, and also like and just more stuff, and we're focusing more on Mike, and we do get a bit, yeah. And the thing with Carry Me in particular, the fact that it's it doesn't even say too much about Lucy's state at this point because she's not depressed at this point. She's just sick. She's just sick. And it's easy to dismiss it as such. So we're not really seeing that kind of degradation in and on the sidelines, I assume was meant to kind of show more of that fall of Lucy, but once again, it's really not much and it's pretty shallow. Carry Me does have some good stuff, but I just don't think that it was enough. And the fact that it also kind of is playing around with Jasmine and also Lucy still caring about Mike hating her and stuff like that, and you have all these different elements coming into play. It's a little confused. It's a little confused. It's a bit weird.
Okay.
In either
Yeah.
case, dinner time. So yeah, once again, dinner time would have been nice. Yeah, if it came out in at the time that it was, but it what didn't. It was I think it was a volume 3 exclusive that was later re-released and then made into a canon chapter, much in the same way as Mother's Day and
At
that
the worst
Aquarium
time,
chapter and all those.
at the worst time possible. They
Yeah,
really did.
and I'm just like, so in a lot of ways it feels like too little too late, and in other ways it also kind of feels like it feels weird. Although I do appreciate it, I do like the fact that we do get to see more of Lucy's family. I think that was very good, and it's always welcome to see. I will always advocate for life outside of the plot line, like spending more time with Lucy's family and stuff like that. That's really great stuff, and I appreciate it a lot. But um it does kind of make me put into question some of the actions later on and why why did Lucy's mom think that moving her away was the best course of action, and was it at this time that that started to be a thing? Was that why Lucy's if that was the reason that if we're believing what Lucy's saying and that that was the reason why she attempted suicide, when was that? Is it because of what happened in this chapter that that happened, or what? If so, then that's pretty fucking shallow. um it raises a lot more questions than it answers, and but for what it is, give it a 6. Then and then On Our Own, um it was okay. It felt kind of it felt like it was nothing. That was another chat. Okay, actually, I'm gonna smush the two, On Our Own and Fade Away, because they both feel like just nothing.
Oh,
They felt like they were just biding time and dragging our feet for when we get to something happening. I mentioned it in the December rant, but I'm like the chapters that precede that happened that were released before December, all of those chapters just felt like we were dragging our heels and building into the Lucy's downfall, and then or or rather, no, not Lucy's downfall, but rather Mike and Lucy finally having their confrontation, and we were just waiting for that moment to hit, and finally December released, and that was it, and until finally December was made, and yeah, so when On Our Own came out, it was such an anticlimax. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, oh no, Lucy is going to go on the bus with Augustus. No, she's not. Okay, fade away. It's Tessa's birthday. Oh no, but she gets to be a character for one moment, and she's all remorseful. She's thinking about her past decisions, but learning to enjoy her time with the freshmen. Too bad she doesn't spend any more fucking time with with the sophomores. Too bad she doesn't actually spend any time with the sophomores anymore. But that's fine. Whatever. It felt like wastes. It felt like it was dragging its fucking heels, and we weren't going anywhere until we finally go somewhere.
Uh, I mean, I get what you're saying, and a lot of those chapters could have been buffers for December. But like you said, or December was written during a really low point for her, I think.
And she took it all out on us.
I
Yes.
I honestly don't mind her taking longer to do update. I know it's easy for me to say I'm spoiled. We get 3 updates a week. But especially with now where it seems like it's a lot of not retconning, but like recontextualizing, explaining things like why did this come out of nowhere? Oh, well, this is the reason, even though there really wasn't a reason.
Yeah.
I If Tashi needs to take more time to do a chapter,
Oh no.
I don't think she should try to make buffer chapters. I think she should focus that effort onto doing the thing that she's, spending a lot of time on. And if it takes longer to get out, if it's longer between updates, if she has to switch to like a Monday, Friday kind of deal, I'm completely fine with that. I would rather her do that than like just stress the fuck out, burn out, and the chapter comes out not as good as she would want it to.
No, yeah. And that was pretty much the sentiment around that I share that I and a lot of community members had shared during that time. And you're in luck because she agreed, and that was when because originally it did have the 3 a week structure, and then it slowed down for December, and we died, and we
Mm.
fucking died.
Yo, I can't. Yo, man, can we just rate December and
No, we have to read it. All right. So this is something
Just
I've
watch
noticed.
my rant and you'll know my feelings.
I'm I'm going back and forth between these because I know a lot of people say that this series of chapters was when the art style peaked for the comic, and then it kind of just. I think the watercolor stuff is like really cool just because of how much effort went into it.
yeah, man, we're gonna be
Yeah.
getting into the best, one of my second favorite volume of all
But
time,
there
Volume
is
4.
Yeah.
so much shading and depth in these characters, just the highlights and the shading that go around the edges of these characters that aren't actually in the newer chapters. It's the newer chapters is very flat lighting. Like there's some shadows there, but it's not a lot. It's not to the degree it was in the older stuff. And the lines seem to be straighter. It seems less rough. It seems more uniform, I guess. It seems
Yeah.
more like following a model, a character
It's more
model.
clip art, kind of.
Yeah.
I do agree. I will agree that yeah, Volume Four's uh water paint fucking thing. It is. I would take that over over the new style. But then again, I take everything else over the new style. I would take early Volume One over the new style, just because the once again the fucking triangle mouths. They kill me. They fucking kill me every
Yeah,
fucking time, and I hate it. But
yeah,
more than that, they you mentioned it before. I'm like, all these expressions are really nice. They're really great. It's nice. But no, now
Volume
now
4 had
the
the
eyes
best.
are just weird.
But
Volume 4 had the best. Like, it was definitely the peak, and then it just went down.
the other thing is that with the newer chapters, her perspectives and backgrounds have gotten a lot better. I'm looking, especially with when it comes to houses. It almost is like she made CG models and then drew over them because like the perspective on them are so good. Uh,
Hold on,
no matter like what the angle is, they look like they look really nice.
hold on. I'm going to grab a picture for you from the witch hunt rant just because I it sticks out to me so much in this.
God,
And
Witch
like I
Hunt was
said, there's still shading. It's just not as nearly as much. It's only for like super emotionally heightened moments, which makes sense. You want to hold off on your big expressions and shading and colors for those moments.
God, man. Witch Hunt was like the worst, worst one. For fuck's sake, sorry, it's just some guy's riding his motorcycle. Okay, look, Witch Hunt was the worst to get through because there's a whole one page a week crap and a whole wow, this page dragged like this
Here it
whole
is.
chapter dragged on, right? Amazon.
Okay. Okay. And also I just want to show you perspective. Look at this. Okay, there's that first one. That's okay. And then and the second one she dwarves the fucking garage door. I get
I
that it's
think because the
feet away. No, no. It's not even that far away. I'm like it's no. I this that second picture here. That's I
Daisy
went on a good bit about that because it's weird.
Daisy shifted
Daisy's taller than
positions
the
though.
fucking half wall. She's taller than the garage door. She's about as tall as the fucking door in the back. Her head is the size of that window. Her head is bigger than the pumpkins.
She's closer
Yeah,
to she's closer to the camera though.
yeah. Wait, where?
Dude, you'd have to be really fucking. She's not that close though. If she were close, if she were that close enough to dwarf it, then we wouldn't be able to see her feet.
But that's that one panel though. Like everything else
It's
looks
still there's
fine.
little bits. It's the inconsistency. It's the inconsistency about the height.
I'm
I
pretty
do understand
sure
that the
Tashi
fucking
knows this. I think
So
this was deliberately done to make the characters more seeable, and so they weren't like little specks across the street.
yes, but
no,
come on,
you do
man.
it's just make her little.
Dude, she's taller than the
She's
garage.
so small. She's so big.
I mean, maybe the garage door could have been heightened because it does seem a bit squashed, but like it's not that big of a deal. I think this was intentionally done so you could see the characters better. I'm not stressing out about it. Daisy's a big kitty. We like our big kitties here.
She's ginormous.
I
Ginormous.
I
Boy,
don't mind that.
boy,
There's
be
more
my
to love.
boy.
Oh no. Don't get into gigantism.
Whoa.
That's a weird commission fetish.
Whoa. Look,
What?
I've seen worse in this community. Isn't that right? Potato and
Wait.
Chrono. No, they're not in here. But anyway, I don't really care. Also, but it's not.
Chrono.
Besides, that was Witch Hunt. I'm looking at like Double Down, which is chapter 114.
I can't. Anyway. No, but yeah.
Look
But
at
yeah.
the.
So yeah, those two chapters, like all of it was just it just felt like it was dragging on to December, and kind of felt like it felt like it was kind of a waste until and trying to make us care about things that I didn't really care about at the time. Of course, looking back on it, I'm like, okay, I can appreciate the stuff with Jasmine. I'll give it a pass. I understand that it's neat, but also at the same
Fuck.
time, I'm like, okay, but there's like this building like thing going on. There's a bomb in the background. I know it's fizzling down. Like, come on, man. I know it's coming. Where is it?
It's under the table.
I understand the want to do this though, and I don't. I'm not like shooting her down for the smaller chapters because I think it's the smaller pieces that make up the larger picture. I mean, Carry Me was important. That was
saying it's a
27
bad thing.
pages.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing necessarily, or that it's unwelcome. I'm just saying that it's a more of a perspective problem. Like as a perspective from back in the day, like that was the problem that I had back then. I just didn't really get it. You know.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stream because I have 9.5 hours to get sleep.
No,
So
fair enough.
thanks for checking it out, everyone. This good. I enjoyed these chapters, even if some of them were pretty short and seemed pointless.
If you
Uh,
think that's short,
I think
wait till
most
you
of the early chapters were also kind of pointless, but it
When
was
you're
all
into
about filling out the
vengeance,
characters.
that's fine. It's
Like,
fine.
what
No,
exactly does Mary Snowday bring to the table? Nothing. You could cut that
Nothing.
chapter out.
She's
Gaming
a
rivalry, you could cut that out. Unfit for education could be cut out. Burden of parenthood could be cut out.
Hey, don't you dare! Oh, don't you dare!
Flying lessons doesn't need to be there. Neither does
Education. I was
helping
thinking of
hands doesn't need to
fucking,
be there. Show
thinking
and
of
tell doesn't need to be
Victoria.
there. Gone fishing is important, I guess. Pep rally doesn't need to be there. Most of these could just be cut
rally
out.
has
Yeah.
soul. What are you talking
Nothing is
about?
important until confrontation. That needs to be there. You could say that about literally
Actually, no.
anything.
No, yeah, no, but the thing is, the difference is that in Volume One, that's establishing character and dynamics and all that good stuff, and there wasn't any stakes ever since a distance apart. Then there was stakes. Then we're like, okay, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this sniping between Mike and Lucy? Like, how is this gonna play out? And now it's like and then ever since up to the top you get Up to Bat, Jasmine chapter, Mischief Night, Halloween chapter. Mother's Day doesn't count because that wasn't uploaded originally. Rehearsal doesn't matter because it's a play chapter. Feline Filibuster, it's fun but also pointless. Pillow Talk is the only one of of substance. And then and then you get these, and
It's
it's like,
all
okay, it's kind of meandering. It's a bit of meandering. Like there's a bomb under the table. We saw you plant it.
it's
Where are we going?
You-
When are we going to talk about it, Mike?
you're seeing all the things that are causing the bomb to fizzle down though. It's all about filling out that explosion when it finally happens.
Except, you know,
It's like a drum roll that you're waiting for the drum beat to stop so the cannon will fire. And that's what December is. December is the cannon fire. And she follows it up with loose ends too, which is another really big chapter.
oh
It's
yeah,
even bigger than December by 9 pages.
oh yeah, you're telling me. I talked about that in the fucking December rant. I'm like, oh yeah, and if you weren't killed by December, welcome to At Loose Ends, a 48-page chapter where you already knew what was gonna happen before it happened.
I think it was a good 1-2 punch. But anyway,
Yes,
we got to end.
it's okay. It just felt no. I used to, okay. I'll talk about it later. But if you want
Yeah,
to know my thoughts, watch the fucking rant. I know it's an
It's
hour long, but you can do it. I believe in you.
I did it.
I watched I watched it. It's a really good rant. Hats off to you, Lieutenant.
It's fucking great.
All
And
right.
I'm
Well,
glad that boys appreciated it.
all right. That's the end of the stream, guys. You guys have a great night.
Bye.
See you in 2 weeks.
Take care. Stay safe.
red.
Be cool.
All right.